Welcome back to Retro Wednesday at the Titanium Hanger. This is Mike, and today I want to talk to you about the Galoob Biker Mice rarest figures and vehicles in existence. And yes, I have already touched on a few of these in the past, so those will go really quick. We'll just get through that at the beginning, and then we'll get to the other rare stuff. The thing is, though, that most people don't even know this stuff exists. Most of the stuff was never released in the US, so it was really hard for me to get, and very expensive to import this stuff. So I'm going to go through it, and I make these videos mostly to showcase that this stuff exists and the functionality and stuff, which I'm really surprised, because I know there's a lot of people out there, or at least a few people out there, that have it all, but don't make videos. They haven't made a video. Just pull your phone out, make a video, and explain it. I don't have all the information. Very, very hard to even find information about a lot of these figures. They're so rare and almost impossible to find, and definitely almost impossible to find complete. But the sad part is some of the stuff is pretty cool. But let's get into taking a look at these. Yes, I'm putting $3,000 worth of stuff on a table for $15 worth of ad revenue so that we can historically showcase the rarest Biker Mice stuff on the heels of what seems to be Nacelle Wave 2 should be releasing soon. I'm already seeing them on eBay for sale, so I'm guessing some people have already got them, and that's kind of exciting. Let's get into this. Rarest Biker Mice coming up. All right, I'm going to start with the Biker Mice Knights, because they are my favorite out of the entire toy line. And I know that the Turtles did something similar, which I'm not sure if I guess Galoob copied Playmates, but the ones for the Turtles were more like samurai gear and different colors. But I like the uniformity of all silver, Knights in silver, and the vac metal's awesome and in a way simplistic. So I guess I'll start with Invincible Vinny. Yeah, I hope I got that right. So I'm looking at this Invincible Vinny. Here is the same. It's the same figure, just different recolor. He's recolored to red underneath there, so he's got the red pants and the armor. My armor doesn't stay on so well. He has a backpack and hoses coming out of the backpack, and then connecting to what this is like a mace or something. And I'm not sure what the point of it is. It goes in and out. I'm not sure if it's supposed to do anything. Again, no one else in the world is talking about these or showcasing these. I'm the only one, so I'm just making it up as I go. Don't even have any in the package. God, I can't imagine. What, 500 each in the package? These are over 100 to 150 loose. And I think I pieced together most of mine. Wish I could figure out. Maybe I'll heat them up and kind of tighten them up a little bit. Then he's got this saw, and the saw does actually move, and the hose, they're kind of cool. These are true display pieces. There's no play in this for me. Now this is Armatron Moto, which out of all of these, this one has the most features and is the coolest. Now, first of all, he has this, we can take his helmet off. He has this piece here, which is a sight that will go to his eye. And I remember seeing that in the cartoon. Or maybe I'm wrong. I didn't watch too many episodes, but I feel like that was in the cartoon. But it doesn't do much good when his helmet's on. Yeah, it's made for when his helmet's off. Still looks cool. Then the other feature that he has is a movable tail. No. He's got these missiles. And he has a storage rack right here for 3 missiles. Now, I don't know if he comes with 3 missiles or 4 missiles, but I just went ahead and over the course of 3 years tracked out extra missiles. And then it's a friction based. It's not spring loaded. Is it? Yeah, it is spring loaded. But it's held in by friction. So, wow, that's kind of cool. Learn as I go. And the truth is, I don't mess with these very much. So this is a special time for me to mess with them because I don't want to wear the back metal on them. I don't want to mess up the gears and all this stuff. Now this does move. It has movement, so he could be up here and he can turn. And so, yeah, there's a lot of little pieces to this, the Armatron Moto. And then the last one, and let me look at the correct totalizer throttle. All right, now he's the same throttle as the original figure, except he's got some blue accents on him, so he's different. I would break it all down and show you versus the original one, but I don't have time for all that because there's a lot to get into, and I've already talked about these in the past. So what is this? This little handle thing is like a control, I guess, because this does nothing. Like over here, we've got blades and a whatever spike ball. And then this over here is a missile launcher. And then on the back, he's got little clips here to hold the two extra missiles in, which is so weird and cool at the same time. This is really cool. He's got, now I didn't point it out, but we have some a lower piece of shin guard, and then we've got like a thigh guard connected. Same concept over here, but different figure and designed differently. So they're not the same pieces. Obviously, they wouldn't fit each other. And the other thing is, all of these have front and back metal armor that clip on. So there's the Biker Mice Knights. Hopefully that was helpful, insightful, and my favorite part about the entire toy line, hands down. Next up, we have Off-Road Bros, and they have four-wheelers behind them. We're going to get into looking at those, but let me, while I'm looking at this is the Sand Slammin' Moto. This one is the Rock Rippin' Vinny, and then this one here is the Turf Thrashin' Throttle, and I guess I'll just take them one at a time with their four-wheeler. I'm sure the Biker Mice would make that a "that's what she said" joke. So Throttle's Tromper ATV. They got the right one here. So here is the Turf Thrashing Throttle and his ATV, which I think his does the least out of all of them. Anyway, let's look at the figure first. So complete redesign of the figure head to toe. That's a big deal. Tooling and all that stuff. So before they were just recoloring the same figure. Whatever reason, I don't even think this got a US release, but it might have. I mean, I really wasn't paying attention to these back in, 1996, I think is when these came out. I was actually collecting Star Wars. But I remember the 93 stuff being on the shelves in the US. Never remember seeing this stuff. But he comes with these two guns. I do believe they fire. I'm not sure what's going on here. Oh well. I've evidently put some tape on them to hold them in place so they don't fall out. So guess I had a problem with them falling out for a bit. Anyway, two guns, his helmet, and these holes in the side look like he might zip line somewhere. Then he's got his vehicle. Let's see if he can stand up on his own. He's got weak elbows. Look at those old school pins. So this thing, I think I'm not sure how it's supposed to work, but it's supposed to open up or something. So as you can see, it does kind of look like his motorcycle, but it has four wheels. And I know that the wheels move for whatever reason. They move back and forth, and that's all I really got out of this. It doesn't have missiles firing out of the back. No other gimmick that I know of. Just that you can adjust the wheels for whatever reason. And he matches his bike, which is kind of scary, moving those legs. He matches his bike. There he is on his bike. Let's get to the next one. This is Rock Ripping Vinny, and I'm having trouble reading this. Vinny's Radier ATV. Anyway, this is another complete redesign of a figure, and he's got his accessories work with this. Well, I guess I'll show that here in a little bit, but there he is. And I did get a second Vinny because I didn't get all the parts in one, so I had to get a second. It is what it is. And just getting the figures without accessories isn't even really all that hard. It's getting getting them complete starts getting real expensive. So with the ATV he has, this is interesting because it does the same thing, but it's much easier and smoother to transition. Well, let's get back here, huh? To transition the wheels. That's a nice smooth transition. And the back pops up on this. So it does a whole lot better at doing what I think they were trying to do with the other one. And then at the same time, you do have that functionality from this popping open, which mine's not popping up, but that was the same thing that they had on his Radical Rocket, which is kind of a carryover. Cool. Now we have a winch. No, not a medieval times female. It's an actual working winch. Oh, those were working winches too. So this has kind of a grapple on it, but you're supposed to be able to, and I'm not going to mess with it, but you're supposed to be able to plug this into here, and then you're supposed to have like a secondary winch. I don't know. I don't know the whole point of it. I just know that that's how it works. And that's why he comes with this accessory. And I don't think that's the coolest thing in the world, but it's a thing. Next, we've got Moto. So Sand Slamming, Moto, and Moto's Dune Ripper ATV. Now, same situation. I had to get more than one of these to get it complete. They all have special helmets too, by the way. And Off-Road Bros. And they match their bikes. And I also think they made their standard bikes in these color schemes also. But it doesn't make sense to me to buy all that. There's only like one set of recolor bikes I thought was worth it. And I'm going to showcase those. So this is a shield shaped like the Biker Mice symbol. Here's the weird part. Now this piece clips onto here. And then he's got a shield. Now you could put the shield upright, but the force is pulling it down. But you could put it on upright. But as this is 35, almost, this is 40 years old, 1996, right? 30 years old. Okay, it's 30 years old. Do the math. This is not really going to stay in place. So that's why I put it upside down for the shield. But as you can see, he carries over. He's still got the arm, the mechanical arm and all that kind of stuff. And he's got some cool like racing stripes, tiger stripe stuff. Now, getting into his vehicle. Just like the other ones. We have adjustable right here. The back stays sort of static, I guess. I haven't figured out a way. We do see a lot of carryover from his other vehicle, though. We've got this back piece that's on his other vehicle. We have this part that was on his other vehicle. The missile launcher, I don't know what missile it's supposed to get. I tried all the missiles that I have, and none of them fit. Or maybe I just didn't take the time. I don't know. So I don't have the correct missile for it, and I don't really care. It's not the end of the world. And relatively, I got these relatively affordably. I mean, $60 or $70 each is about what I got in them. Not the end of the world, but still not cheap. But I could have paid way more to get the stupid little missile in there. And to me, it wasn't worth it. But it's still kind of fun. It's still kind of cool. And there we go with Off-Road Bros. All right, next is Freedom Fighters. And since I've got it on my list here, the Moto Commando bike I don't have. Oddly enough, I thought I had it. I think I made offers or something, but I don't have it. So it is what it is. It's not the end of the world to me as I'm having this nervous tick that I'm missing it. Nah, it's not a big deal. But I'll show a picture of it so that you can see what it looks like. It's just a recolor of his. And then these are just recolors of their original bikes, which that's what you do to get use out of the tooling. But getting into the figure, he has some interesting stuff going on with him. So let's look up his exact name here. Commando Moto. Yep, that's simple, man. It's Commando Moto Chopper. And here it is. What's going on with this? They're not as bouncy as... Well, it's just good because it'll hold his helmet. Now, I do believe this helmet is different. Yeah, this helmet's different than the other. It's the same helmet, just different color. He comes with this green... Oh, yeah. Isn't he supposed to have... He's got a button on his back. Yeah, got to be careful here not to break the mechanism. I don't remember this being in other Moto figures. It's kind of cool. That is cool. That is cool. And then he's got this gun, and I don't know what it's supposed to do. Nobody has any information on it. I'm the only person in the world with any information on this. No one else has it. If they do have it, they choose not to share it. So, hey, get your camera out. Start sharing some information on this. There is a guy in Mexico, but it doesn't auto-translate, so I don't know what he's saying. Well, I know about 1% of the words, though. So this kind of goes through here. That's kind of cool. Interesting stuff. I mean, this is interesting stuff they're doing. It was never released in the US, and it's really hard to get. Kind of expensive. Let's get on to the next one. They call this guy Sky Commander, and I guess it's Sky Commander Vinny. Is it? Am I right on that? I don't know. But weird thing, his whole head is just the soft, squishy. Well, it's not as soft now, 30 years later. And he's basically... He's supposed to have like a kite. I don't know if it's a kite or if it's just supposed to fly. So I'll try to put a picture of that up. So another thing needs a picture. But he looks good. It's cool. It's interesting. But no removable helmet. And so it's a departure from what they've been doing. But it's still a thing. So there's that. Get him out of the way. And then let's get to the next one. All right, we got tail whip and throttle. And we've got him with his throttles strike bike. Is it strike bike? Chopper. Anyway. Okay, so a couple things with the bike. It still retains the missile launching feature. Painted to match his new outfit or costume there. And yeah, mine's not in the greatest of shape. He comes with some weird accessories. I guess I got a couple. Got like an extra. So buying lots to get stuff, but he's got this. So it's supposed to have string on it, and I don't know if it's supposed to launch. Like I feel like it should launch from this gun. He's got this gun, and I feel like there's some sort of launching mechanism that should be involved in it, and then, or it just connects to where the hole is. Can you see there's a hole in there? Again, like there is no resource to tell you what this stuff does. Or what it was supposed to do. But it pops out. It locks in and then it pops out and grapples. Somehow. That's how it's supposed to work. And then the figure himself, I mean, it's just a repaint. He's just a repaint of the previous figures. And some interesting cool stuff. Again, I'm the only person in the world talking about these. And showcasing these. I don't know if people are just scared to make a video. I don't know. But... let's get to the next one. This is Vinny. And the official name of this one is Rad Rebel Vinny with his Vinny's Rebel Rocket Cycle. It's not really rocket science. It's science. But has all the same issues with the regular one as to like... Oh, check it out. It's not even vac metal in there. It's red and black. And these pieces here, of course, if you don't get it with these on it, the chances of finding them separate are about 10 times harder than finding standard ones separate. So, and then we've got this missile. So this is interesting. Like I said, they did interesting stuff with this. I thought I had a second figure, but I don't. It would be a lot easier to display it. He's just a recolor. But you're supposed to push this and it shoots the missile. That's how that works. Mine, I mean, the connection point from this backpack, and I'll show it here. So I have an extra backpack. The connection point always fails. Always. I've never seen one not failed. Now I can glue it back, which I probably will. I probably will eventually. Just glue it back. It's not going to be that big of a deal. But that one was didn't need to get glued back, so that's why I used that one. But yeah, there we go. Freedom. They're fighting for our freedom. Thanks, guys. So I guess Napoleon Brie is expensive because he's part of the wave or the era of these. There's his face mask, and then these things come off. And then he's got this gimmick where he's supposed to spin. And I think these things go along for the ride. Wow. Well, they didn't really go along for the ride now, did they? They flew off. Is it supposed to fly off? Again, I don't know. I really don't know if it's supposed to fly off or not. It flew off. Maybe it did what it's supposed to, or maybe it didn't work right. Now, getting these back on, that's not fun. Napoleon Brie, he's another hard to get figure, especially get them complete. Got all my stuff like this from the UK, because almost doesn't exist in the US. Forgot to point out Rimfire. The thing is, this is a figure, before we get into the Astro Bros, this figure here is, he's kind of hard to get him himself, and then they did a recolor of him, which I think it's the same weapon, but just like he's in red and different colors. Rimfire's kind of cool. It's a later biker mouse, and yeah, not much more to say about him other than he's pretty cool. I bet you we'll get him from the sale. Now for the serious fire money, we're talking expensive Astro Bros, and with this we're gonna have Planet Hoppin' Moto and his chopper, which is the Moto's Crater Cruiser behind him. Then we're gonna have Meteor, Bash, and Throttle, and then behind him we have his Throttle's Neutron Racer, and then we've got see, that's what Skyrim and Rimfire is a recolor, so I don't have that one, so not really worried about it, to tell you the truth. But Starblaze and Vinny, and then his vehicle is the Vinny's Cosmic Charger. It's sort of weird. Like I think I could get him pretty easy over there, but I was going after these guys. I didn't even realize they counted that as part of the series, but okay. So we'll get into this one at a time. Generally, the vehicles are about $250, and the figures are north of $150 to $200 to get them complete. So mine are not 100% complete. It is what it is. Let's get into it. Planet Hoppin' Moto is all. I think it's an all new design. I might be wrong on that, but I believe it's all new design. The other two for sure are all new designs. But he comes with this chest piece, and it pops up. Come on. There it goes. Boom. And he's got these guns. I was so scared to get that to function the first time. I can't get it to function with the helmet on. So, and then this whole piece just comes off. It's made of gold plastic. What happens to gold plastic? It breaks easy. So I got to be very, very gentle and delicate with this. It's the only time I'm going to do it on film. And then it's just going to sit on the shelf till either I sell it or I die. One of those two things happens. And so there he is. Kind of cool looking. Kind of an interesting gimmick. Something different. Like, it is so different than anything else we've seen out there. Then we've got the chopper. I'm not going to put him on it, but this has, like, it holds his legs. Little spots to hold his legs. And then this can go in. Like, he can cruise like this, or it can come out and extend, and then this pops up. Some really interesting stuff they did in the later, like, the harder to get stuff is actually cooler. And a lot of times, like in the Star Wars, they had the mini rigs, the body rigs. They're interesting, but they are not the coolest thing in the vintage Star Wars toy line. But some of these vehicles are some of the coolest things that they made. Now, this opens up and comes off. Now, I'm not going to showcase it because it is that gold plastic. But it comes off, and then he can wear it on his back. He's got a hole right here. You plug it into. I'll showcase it on the next one because they all have the same gimmick. But because it's gold plastic, I had a hard time yesterday. I got it off just to see, and I had a really hard time getting it off and back on, and I really couldn't open the wings. I thought I was going to break it. So it is what it is. Let's get to the next one. All right, so next we're going to get into Vinny with his Star Blazing Vinny and Vinny's Cosmic Charger. Star Blazing Vinny over here is, it's an all new sculpt. The way the helmet goes on, his ears go through that. That's something they used in the 2006 line. This one was, I think, the hardest of the, I don't know. They were all hard to get. I can't say which one was the hardest. They were all hard to get, but anyway, this kind of goes through here. So there's a piece of string that connects to each one of these, whatever these sonic things are, and it connects. Now I thought that these, he could hold them with the handles. I think he can hold them with the handles, or they can clip to his arm. So that's something we're going to see on the next one too. They have that similarity. He's got like a huge hose there. Then we get into his vehicle. Now his vehicle, of the three, well, okay, this is the second coolest, because the next one's really just not that cool, but this pops off. So you see how that pops off, and then there's not much going on with this. What's left is not much. So Moto's is the coolest of all of them, although I can't get the wings to function right. The wings function right on this. So this comes off, this connects to his hole in his back, and he has wings to fly around on. Or you can just pose him standing there with wings like he's a gargoyle or something. That is such a cool idea. I can't believe that they come up with cool stuff at the end and they don't even make it available to the masses. It's just so hard to get this stuff. Very, very expensive stuff. But I'm glad I got my hands on them. You know, at least some of this stuff to showcase. Now, again, I wish someone that knows more about this stuff and has it all complete and can showcase exactly every feature would just make a video, get their iPhone out, make a video. I mean, that's what we all did. Everyone making YouTube videos just started out getting their phone out and making a video. Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. So now it makes me wonder, am I missing something off the back here? Because there's a hole. What goes in the back? Well, that's weird. Now for the last Astro Bro, we've got good old Throttle. Meteor, Bash, and Throttle. And then Throttle's Neutron Racer. I will have to say, I actually bought this, and then somebody had a complete one with a complete figure for, I don't know, I think it was one of like $375. And I did the math, and it was cheaper than what I paid for all this. But I didn't want to buy it all again, and should have though, because I haven't seen one since. I haven't seen complete stuff since. Now I did a little research into this. So let's look at the Throttle. Is it Throttle figure? And the thing is that he's got a different helmet and all that kind of stuff. Very hard to get. Very hard to get. But I don't see a launching. It looks like it should launch. Maybe mine's broken. I don't see how it would launch. But it's got supposed to have two of these. One that goes in each side. It's a bola. So I've only got one, which was ridiculously hard to just get the one. Darn near impossible. But I've got it. And stupid me, I keep sticking it in there. I don't know where a launching feature is. Like, I don't see anything that would launch it. I don't get it. And this could clip to his arm. As we're seeing with a lot of this stuff in this line. You can either hold it or clip it to your arm. But yeah, bola stuff. Not the coolest in the world. And he's got this hole for his wings. Which I don't really have that feature available. And then here he is with his, what's it, Neutron Racer? Let's see, what is it, Throttles? Neutron Racer. And again, you got something for his leg to go up against, but of course his foot pedal, here's his back wings thingies, that's on there, and orange seat. Very plain, in a way, kind of plain Jane. They didn't really do a whole lot with this one, but it's got a hole up front. Now I'm really curious about that hole up front. I'm starting to wonder if you're supposed to, if there's something that's supposed to go there that I'm missing, or if it's a way to like place their weapon. I don't know. I'm just guessing. And the granddaddy of the most valuable released figure is 4x. He's more valuable by a lot, 4 times. 4x is a, looks like, I guess he's a mechanic. And I'm going to show his stuff. His accessories. Now he's hard to get and hard to get complete. I passed on one for $450 complete because I just couldn't get my mind around spending that much on him. And then I ended up getting this guy for $250, which is still a ridiculous amount of money. But if you've already got all that, you know, for your Biker Mice collection, what's another $250 to get one figure? And at this point, I guess it's just impossible to get the parts. Now, here's where I'm kind of looking to lean towards. I think I'm going to just... Eventually, Nacelle will make one of these. I'll just take the accessories that they include and put them in his hands. Buy an extra one for $30. And hopefully I can somehow rig the helmet to fit or something. Or Mr. Volkweiss at Nacelle could possibly think about this for the fans and engineer it to where it would still fit a vintage one. I don't know. Maybe that would work. Right, lastly, there's the Whip Kick Throttle. It's being touted as a retail release, but from what I've researched, it's not retail release. It is a prototype. They've made a handful of prototypes, and that's it. And that's my understanding. Now, I might be wrong. I was wrong that one time, you know, back in 2019. But I don't know. I really don't. I saw one, like a past auction that went for $400, but I don't think people knew what it was, and if it had more publicity, it would have sold higher. But it's obviously a sports bro, a soccer sports bro. Would have been fun and cool and to have that. Had they just fully produced it, I don't know why they have to make a few figures at the end that are just impossible to get. But I mean, we get that with last wave syndrome. It always happens. The last 17 are hard to get, but you're talking, you know, 100, 150, maybe. I don't know. I haven't checked Star Wars last 17s, but I mean, this stuff outpaces most of the last 17 figures. So with that, yeah, it's crazy pricing. This is a Whip Kick Throttle, cool looking figure. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this look at the rarest Biker Mice figures. And yeah, they did some cool stuff. This was an interesting line. I do like it more than Turtles, believe it or not. A lot of people are going to be upset about that, but oh well. I hope this was helpful. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you have all these, why not make a video and then hit me up and say, hey, I made a video. Let me know about this as much as you know about this. Like, subscribe, Teddy Hanger out.